Hey guys, how's it going? It's Cecil here. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to create your own deck for your hero. In Paragon, things are a little bit different than if you come over from Dota or League of Legends. And they all have essentially an item shop, and everyone has access to all the items. And as you level up your character in the game, you basically purchase the items and you get stronger and so forth, right? Paragon things a little bit different. They obviously use a card-based system, so you have to collect cards. So not everyone has the exact same cards as each other, because there's RNG involved when you open up your packs. You can get a good card, a bad card, whatever the case is, duplicates, all the good stuff, right? So you're kind of forced into learning on how to build a deck for your hero. So essentially, building a deck is building a build for your character, right? So whether you want to create a tanky build for your character, whether you want to create a DPS or a crit build for your character, you got to learn how to create a deck for that character, right? Paragon's a little different in the sense that you can't just go online and look at a build that the top pro is using and you're going to copy it, because you might not have all the cards that he has, right? Yeah, you could do that, definitely, and over time you probably collect all the cards, or you might just be missing one, so you just add an additional one that you don't have in there, or whatever the case is. But it's important that you guys learn how to create your own deck and not just copy decks, right? Because you can be creative, and it's really interesting. I've been playing with the game quite a bit, and creating decks is one of the fun parts of the game, because as you unlock cards, you're like, oh, maybe I can incorporate this into this build, or wherever the case is. So anyways, guys, let's get into it. I'm going to show you how to create a deck, and this will go across for any hero, right? So I'm going to show you guys a couple of examples right over here, right? So let's get into it. So you go here, you go to profile, you go to decks, and then from here you go create new deck. So obviously I have a few decks here. Or click on Twin Blast, and we're not going to copy any of the cards. We're just going to click on save. So if you click on one of these, you'll copy the cards from there. So just click on save, and you'll have no cards. So on the left hand side over here, you're going to have your Prime Helix, your equipment cards, and your upgrade cards, and then you're going to have all the cards in your game, right? So this is all the cards I own currently. I don't have many, but I have cards. So let's get into it. So first things first, you want to pick your Prime Helix card, right? So let's click at the top over here. So you have there's three options here. You have Prime Helix, equipment, and upgrade. So click on Prime. And right now, I'm currently in the game, there's only three Prime Helix cards. Now the thing is that I should have mentioned this. This is based off of the early access, beta, alpha, whatever you want to call it. So things can change. The menu system, all this stuff. I may create a new deck building guide for you guys when the thing goes open beta, or whenever they change the UI, or if they change much at all. So anyway, so let's get, so first things first. So we're using Twin Blast. So Twin Blast is a physical damage attack hero, right? So when you look here, this is energy damage. You look here, this is max health. And you look here, this is physical damage. So say you're building Gideon. Gideon uses energy damage as his primary damage attack. So you would essentially pick this. But since we're using Twin Blast, he's a physical damage hero, you would pick physical damage. So there you go. And this is max health. So obviously, if you're building a tank type of build, then you would just pick that card instead, right? So we got that out of the way. So that's done. So next is equipment. So you want to get your health potion, your mana potion, and your scout ward. So let's get that out of the way, so we can get our 1 mana health, 1 mana, 1 scout, 1 harvester, and you can get into other stuff. But right now, let's just pick those. Let's just pick those 4, right? So that covers pretty much the basics, right? Okay. So now this is where you get the nitty gritty. This is where things start to get confusing, right? So what do you want to do with Twin Blast? So do you want to go attack speed? Do you want to go attack speed crit? Do you want to focus crit right off the bat? So let's just let's start off with let's say, okay, I want some attack speed in the beginning early game, and then I want to go to damage. I want damage and attack speed early game, and then more attack speed mid game, more attack speed damage mid game, and say heavy crit kind of mid to end game, and then maybe life steal at the end game. Let's just use that. So you want to think of a game plan for your hero. You're like, what do you want to do with your hero? Do you want him to start off tanky and then go into damage? Do you want it to go into damaged and end off tanky? Do you want it to just stay damaged throughout? Do you want it to go into crit right off the bat? So you want to try to think of how do you want to build that character. So in this case, we decided we want to go at attack speed with a bit of damage, and then we want to go into more attack speed with more damage, and then we want to go into crit, and then we want to go into lifesteal. So that's the idea. So let's get into this. So we're going to equipment card. We're going to click the filter button here. So these are all the options that we have over here. So what did we say? We said we wanted attack speed. So we're going to click on attack speed. And there. So now we have, these are our options for our attack speed cards, right? And these are our equipment cards. And equipment cards are basically cards that you upgrade. So as you see, there's 3 open slots at the bottom. So that means in the card itself, you can upgrade, you could add upgrade cards to those. So first things first, let's go with Berserker Drive. Just because this is a great card, it gives great physical attack damage, cooldown reduction, and attack speed. So let's do that. So we're going to pick this card, say, this is the first equipment card I want to spend my first 3 points on, obviously after I pick up my whatever, my health and ward and all that good stuff. So there it is there. So we went there. So then we added that. So the next thing you got to do is not continue picking your equipment cards, is you want to actually fill out this card. So now what we got to do is we've got to click on Berserker Drive, and we want to click on Filter By. And then what this does is, guys, is this shows you the upgrades. See where it says upgrades for Berserker Drive? So this basically filters out all the cards that you could put into this card. And the way equipment cards work is physical damage on the card itself. So there's, as you can see, Berserker Drive has physical damage, cooldown reduction, and attack speed. So the only upgrade cards that you could actually put into Berserker Drive is any of these 3 abilities or any of these 3 stats, right? So you only can put physical damage in here, you only can put cooldown reduction, and you only can put attack speed. You can't put a crit upgrade in this because there is no crit in the base of the card. So you only could put physical damage, cooldown reduction cards, or attack speed cards. And as you can see, when you have it fully upgraded, it says 2.5% cooldown reduction. So when you fill out or you complete this card, you'll get an additional 2.5% cooldown reduction. So added on top of the base, you'll have a total 5%. So anyways, let's get into it. So we went filter by, and it gives us all the cards that we could put in here. So we're like, okay, so now let's get into it. So what did I say? I said I wanted some attack speed and I wanted some damage. So let's add Vicious Kinetic, right? And let's add 2 Major Strikes. So there you go. So we have 1. So these are the 3 that will go into this. So this will fill out this card completely. Done. We're done. We're done with Berserker Drive. We're going to move on to the next equipment card. So we're going to click on this. We're going to click on equipment again. We're going to click on filter. And what did we say we wanted? We wanted more attack speed, we said, with more damage, right? Or we said we want a little bit of attack speed with damage. So let's click on attack speed. So now we have, same options. I only have 1 Berserker Drive. You can stack these. If you had a second Berserker Drive, you could put a second card in here, but let's pick a different one here. So this is attack speed with the crit bonus unique. Well, I'm not using this card yet because I don't have no crit yet. Energy damage attack speed. So this is where it gets kind of tricky, guys. Like I said, Twin Blast is a physical damage hero, so you don't want to pick up an energy damage card. You can filter more, where you can say attack speed plus filtered physical damage, and that'll give you these options here, right? So let's pick a Windcarver's Blade up. So we're going to pick up Windcarver's Blade. We're going to go into Windcarver Blade and go filter by, and these are the options we have, right? So I said I wanted a little bit of attack speed plus physical damage. So we already got some attack speed with this. This already has some attack speed. Let's go pick up 3 Major Strikes to fill out that card. 1, 2, 3. Done. So we got that equipment card done, right? So let's move on to the next equipment card. So what did we say we were going to do? We wanted to go crit. So let's go this. So we go filter. We want a crit chance, and we'll do that. So what do we have here again? Energy damage. We don't want energy damage, right? Let's pick up the Sphere of the Wrist filter, right? So click on that. Click on this. We go filter by, and these are our options. So we want, so we've got 4% crit here, plus 12, 18%, right? We could add another 12%. I think that's pretty good. And then we could add another physical damage. There you go. So I think we have decent, I think that's to 32%. I whatever my math is. Somewhere around there. So that's actually not bad for crit. So now we got 1, 2, 3 equipment cards. Let's get into a little bit more. Essentially, guys, you want to have at least 5, a minimum of 5 equipment cards potentially 6 into end game. Like really late end game. This is where you'll be at the point where you're ditching your health potions, you're ditching your mana potions to open up slots to add more equipment cards. So again, let's go into equipment cards. So we did crit already. So let's look for crit bonuses, right? So now that we've gotten into attack speed with damage, and then more attack speed damage, and now we're doing some crit. Now you want to stack some like crit bonuses. Like let's just try to hit harder, right? So we filtered that. Let's pick up the blast harness. So it's going to increase our attack speed plus a really unique bonus of 50% crit bonus, right? So click on that. Click on blast harness. Click on filter. And these are our options again. So let's pick up more attack speed. Let's pick up some more kinetic, and there you go. So we got those full. So again, we're always making sure we fill up the 3. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need one more equipment card, at least minimum. So let's do this. Let's look at it a little bit more. Let's look at, you know what? Just in case, let's get a little bit of health over here, or tankiness or something, right? So as an example, let's look at physical armor max health, or let's go physical damage max health. So this is actually not bad, right? So you get a bit of attack plus you get health upgrade. So let's click on that. We'll click on this, filter by. These are our options. So let's pick up some health, and why not some more health, right? So there you go. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 equipment cards. Again, you could pick up a 6th equipment card. You can have up to 40. As you see, it's counting up here. We have currently 25 cards. You can have up to 40 cards. And like I said, you could go pick up a 6th equipment card just to fill it all completely. But that's pretty much how you create it, guys. It's like you go through this. First you come up with the game plan, then you filter out. You filter out what you want, all right? And then you pick your equipment cards, and then from here you click on this card and you click filter by. It shows you the options, and then you pick your card options. Now, when you're early into the game, guys, you're not going to have all the cards, right? And there is an issue with the game right now. It doesn't show you how many cards you have of each of these cards. So, like right now, I know I have 2 vicious kinetics in the deck, right? And I know I only have 2 vicious kinetics, even though it doesn't say none. But if I click on it now, you'll see it says I only own 2. So we're waiting for the game to get patched to say, okay, this is how many cards you own of this, right? So you may run into a situation where you're running out of cards. Don't be scared to pick up a couple 2-drops. There are builds where you pick up 2-drop cards, so you get the bonuses a lot quicker, right? So early game, if you want to create like a very quick way to get a bonus activated on your card, you can do that just by picking 2-drops. You don't always have to pick 3. You can go with 4. Even there's some even 5 drops, even potentially higher. Anyways, so that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully this helped you understand how to create a deck for your hero. You basically, like I said, you come up with the game plan. How do you want to build your hero? You go in here, you filter things out, you pick your equipment cards, filter out even more, add the 3, move on to the next equipment card, add the 3, move on to the next equipment card, and so forth, right? So again, guys, hopefully that helped you out. If you liked the video, drop a like down below. Any comments or suggestions down below, I definitely read those, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Have a good one, guys. Take it easy.